Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Are you on, Chris? I'm on.
Yeah.
We're on. Wow.
Hey, what was your name again? Peter Sharkey. And Peter, along with Chris Terrence here, and we are so happy to be here to be able to bring you another Fresno City College game here on CMAC.TV, wherever you are watching us across the country. I know a lot of people down in Bakersfield are watching, all over the Fresno area, and New York. You got people watching in Rockville Center?
I got some people in Rockville Center and some people in Wilmington, North Carolina.
All right, I got some in Texas, Austin, Texas, Arizona, and up in Bend, Oregon at the, what's that?
She just said they'll be coming on to us in a second.
We're on.
I'm telling you.
But I'm going to have to go through all those cities and towns again that's watching the show.
No, we don't. We're
up at Pilot Butte, up in High Pilot Butte,
all
up
right.
in Bend, Oregon. And want to say hello to Penny and Wanda and everybody. And Kathy and the whole gang.
You can't say hello to all your girlfriends. They may not know about one another.
I hadn't thought of that.
That's why I'm here.
Well, we are just about 2 minutes away from game time, and let's talk about the game a little bit that we're going to see. First of all, a tremendous victory the other night for the Fresno City College Rams over CO West. That was just great. They had to have it.
It was a must-win, and I spoke with Coach Tessler, and I thought somebody had to bring their A game. Whoever brought their A game was going to win. And he said, I don't know that we brought our A game close, but the same with them. They didn't bring their A game, and we were just happy really to get out of there with a win. They missed 6 free throws in the last minute and a half, and then they make 2 to seal the game. But it was a huge win and propelled them. I think are they a game out of first place in league now?
Actually, they're tied for second place.
Okay,
and so you got Merced, who's having a great year. They're ranked so high in the state of California, and you got the Rams and COS, and they're going to battle again. They're all going to go to the state tournament.
Absolutely.
So it's going to. There's Coach Brian Tessler. Was he a happy guy the other night? I think so.
Oh, absolutely. It was, and I think he'd get a little happier. Because you're saying, thank God we're getting out of here with a win.
Yeah.
Without playing their best, they played well.
I think COS wasn't quite ready for that full court pressure, and the Rams looked like they were going to tire out a little bit, and then they came on strong in the late second half. Except for the free throw shooting.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think the fatigue factor with the way they substitute is not going to be a big problem for the Rams. They play lots of players, and they shuffle them in every 3 or 4 minutes, in and out, in and out, in and out. And now
it looks like we are going to get ready for the national anthem.
Okay.
Today's women's basketball match in the Central Valley Conference featuring Fresno City versus Taft College. Before we begin with player introductions, will everyone please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
nice rendition.
Excellent.
And we're ready for the starting lineups here at the Fresno City College Gym. It's Super Bowl weekend, so we're not expecting a huge crowd.
Names.
A freshman guard number 3, Deja Durrell. A sophomore guard number 5, Mo Bismillah. A freshman guard number 11, Ayla Diaz.
All right, Chris, we're ready to get this game going. They're announcing the starters. I think the player of great interest for Taft will be this Brittany Roma. Brittany's a 5'6" guard, a very good three-point shooter, and I think she's leading the conference at about 17 points a game.
Yes, she is. Brittany Romo, number 1. Fernandez, she had a great game the other night. Not afraid to shoot from the outside.
Right.
And forward is sophomore, number 31, Jasmine Taylor. And guard is sophomore, number 32, Michaela Navy. Warriors were coached by Brian Pinsler. Assisted by Chris Fisher, Jeff Kaczynski, Flynn Hoffman, Brent Frazier, and Chris Mitchell.
Our officials tonight, Mooney Dintane, Jim Sander, and Andrea Barber.
All right. Okay, the 98-piece band just marched out the door, so I guess we're okay.
Yeah.
So Jasmine Taylor jumping for the Rams, and that's Rosa Gonzalez jumping for Taft. Crowd's going to be coming in a lot. The men's game follows this one, but this is Super Bowl weekend, but we are so glad to be here and glad you could be with us.
Now this is the big
normal
the matchup right
man
there.
To man.
And the Rams have Jasmine Puka guarding Brittany Romo, forced her into a pretty tough shot. She didn't get anything but air on that. Good defense right now by
nice shot by Michaela Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Michaela has had a great game the other night. And there she is again, gets a steal out of bounds. And there goes Deja Durrell. Oh, nice shot.
Beautiful move in transition.
Yeah, I thought she was going to go with the left, and she went with the right.
No, she scooped it with the right, turned her back to the defender. You see a lot more players doing that now.
Now, that might be a problem right there. That defense was wide open.
Yeah.
Either you or I could have gone in there and made that layup. Well, maybe.
Yep, here's the relentless defense for the Rams. They put that full court stuff in. And now they're doing it a lot on both makes and misses. And I think they feel that they can, with the number of kids they're playing, that they have the ability to do a lot of pressure, lots of pressure.
This is Durrell getting pressure from Julia.
See what happened there is the ref miscalled it. She thought the black line was the half court.
How many times have we seen that?
Right, but I'll tell you what, we usually don't see a ref willing to correct the call.
And the wing, she thought about shooting, dragged her foot a little bit. Yeah, she got called for steps.
They're going to get her on that. That was Deja Durrell.
4-2, our early score.
So now they will look through this dribble drive, a lot of handoffs right down the middle.
Nice pass.
Great pass.
Desmond Taylor from Michaela, and it's a 6-2 ball game. And this is going to be tough. You have to figure in the backcourt for Taft. But that's Durrell again. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Masala.
Beautiful.
It's Cuellar. There's a turnover right there. And here we go again the other way. Diaz with the ball. Up, she gets her own rebound. Gets it out to, that ball was a little bit short. That was by Romo, and she is, like I say, the leading scorer in the league.
See, the Rams go to their bench pretty quickly. Usually it's 2 or 3 players that they're putting in and out.
What about, the other night? They ran the other night, and this is a couple days later, but they're all great athletes. Travel, yeah. She moved before she put the ball down.
One thing I see here, the City College kids have a strong tendency on, they catch the ball on the perimeter, they lift fake, and they put it down on the floor. And that could lead towards traveling, but the bigger thing is, they're not really looking to shoot the ball. And maybe that's by design. Maybe all of them don't shoot it well enough. That was a nice play. It was unfortunate. But you watch what I'm talking about. How many times on the perimeter they get the ball, they lift, and they put it down. That's part of what they do with dribble drive.
Nice shot. That was Miss Miller. Deja Corral is a little hustler.
Absolutely.
Right off the opening tip, she's been going, as well as Mochika Bismillah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ran ball out of bounds. Moose Parker.
See, same thing.
Travel.
So lift, fake, and drive. And you got a referee now who's looking out for this. So here they go with 5 subs in the last 30 seconds. And you see number 24, Jaden Jones, goes in the game. She had a good game the other night for them.
She did. They're going to have to hustle to beat it. They did beat the 10-second clock, and she's going to pass the ball.
There's a kicking violation. Ball's turned over. Goes to, no, they keep possession.
Footsies, as we used to call it.
Yeah, that's right.
Boy, they have been having trouble getting the ball in. That's the Rams hustling. Oh, nice drive along the baseline and get the ball out there. Beautiful shot by Durrell again. So Deja Durrell has 2 3-pointers. And they take the lead, 9-6. Madison Hart. Liz Parker had a great game the other night. Oh, there's a foul. That's going to be I believe, on number 11, Ala Diaz.
Yeah, that's the right call.
First foul of the game. Into the lineup for the Rams comes Pooper comes back, and just like that, Michaela maybe comes back.
See, I'm not so sure. There's a perfect example again. Lift fake at 18 feet and drive it. Lift fake at 18 and drive. Watch how many times we see that.
Yeah, it's good defense right there by Taft. And They know they're up against it here. They're coming with a record, nothing like the Rams have. But look at that.
Yep.
Now, I guess the big question is, can they stay with this pace?
Well, you know what happens is sometimes teams, they don't think they can. Don't forget, they lost 25, 30 points the first time they played. And they might all of a sudden get a little belief in themselves that they can make some shots, they can make some stops, and here they are halfway through the first quarter, and they're up 5 points, 3 points.
5 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first period, and how come the girls play the 4 and the guys play halves?
I don't know. I think it's only been done. I'm thinking this year. I don't think they did it last year. I think last year was with the halves. Why they made the change? There has to be a reason. Somebody just doesn't say we want to do it. It's the same amount of time. It's 4 10s instead of 2 20s.
The defense is looking good. That was Jaden Jones who drove, and Jaden played her high school ball at Buchanan, and maybe takes the ball out. Gets it right back. Nice move. Kyla Maybe. That was beautiful.
Beautiful. Good way to use the left.
Well, that might be an offensive foul.
No. Referees are trained to make that call. While they're moving, the defensive player is moving. And so a lot of people say, well, the defender was moving, so it can't be offensive. That's not true. If the contact comes between the shoulders, even if I'm moving defensively and you contact me between the shoulders, that's an offensive foul. That's how the refs are trained to make that call.
That's good job, Pete. Parker. Vasquez off 3, and here comes a breakaway layup this time by Durrell once again. Durrell's got to have 8 or 10 of their points.
She has 8, I believe. Our stats guy will get that over to us in a moment, I think.
Well, we got a timeout. Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
I like Philadelphia.
So do I.
Because one of Hoover High's famous, Michael Kendricks, is the linebacker.
Yeah, but they also got another Kendricks playing for him from Fresno.
Minnesota.
No, yeah, he plays for Minnesota.
Right.
So there's 2 brothers who are playing against each other.
No, they played against each other 2 weeks ago. Minnesota lost to Philadelphia 2 weeks ago.
Okay, all right, I got you.
And I'll tell you what, they're both, Michael and Eric.
Oh, terrific. Did you teach them?
They're better kids than they are football players. They're just great kids.
Yeah, I saw Michael interviewed yesterday. Boy, he looks great.
Yeah. Just humble kids. Well, I'll tell you, the Rams got a score. They got a score.
I think that was on Deja Durrell.
Yep.
First personal. Oh, from deep in the corner. That was Brittany, I believe, wasn't it? Bria.
Yeah.
I think Taft is beginning to feel the pressure of that tenacious defense. They still lead 11-9. That's Cuellar to Bria. Back to Cuellar. Julie. Nice pass. Nice shot. Off. That was another nice drive.
Nice drive, but we're not finishing.
Yeah.
That's number 31, Jasmine Taylor. Out of Lamar High School. She's a good player. She had a good game the other night.
Well, she just stole the ball. Well, they got it back. And then she stole it again. And they got it back again. And that was a foul. Foul's going to be called on Jasmine Taylor.
Decision with 31, Jasmine Taylor, her first, second team foul.
It's Jasmine's first. Good D by the Rams. Got the ball knocked loose, and here we go the other way. Bria Fernandez off the rim. That was almost like a hand up. Bria from the other side.
Bria opened up the other night. She made 2 threes to open the game. And then she made one right at the end to really help them when they needed it.
Isabella Norano made that nice rebound shot. And the Rams take their first lead. And here we go the other way. Nice pass by Taylor. Jasmine gets the rebound. And it's going to be side out for the Rams as we got a big transition. That actually looked like it was off of Jasmine.
Beautiful move.
Shot.
That's number 44, Madison Hart, making a great move, an Edison High School girl.
Boy, the offense is looking nice now. It's moving fluidly.
Great passing, a lot of side, middle side.
And then a steal after the bucket. Nice.
Well, see, we're picking up some points now. We're getting things done offensively. The Rams are taking a 6-point lead with a minute and a half left, 1:34 left. You know, that was a very nice play. Great pass and a nice finish for Harp right at the basket.
19-11, and Taft has been stuck at 11 for quite a long time. Rams have reeled off 12 points in a row.
Jump ball, possession City.
Jordan Barrios in their game for the Rams. As Julia brings the ball up the court, get it to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Cuellar. Fernandez, she's going to, boom! Nothing but net that time.
Yep, a big shot.
3-pointer. Three was off for Durrell. I think they might be getting a little tired with this.
Well, the constant pressure is going to bother them. And, you know, they got a lot of fresh legs there. Well, she's 1 for 5 from 3. That was a great pass. Make that 1 for 6.
Yeah, she's and that one she made was boom. You know.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was going to turn it around a little bit. But Well, she's one of their leading scorers, too.
You see how the Rams are guarding that Brittany Roma. They're not giving her any room. You see the girl out there, she's not concerned with anything else.
Julia Cuellar blocked that shot, baseline.
At the end of the first period, Fresno City 42, Taft College 11.
That was a running first quarter.
Yeah, the last 4.5 minutes were big. You check. Yeah, that was, it started slow for the Rams, and then things picked up. And I'll tell you this, defensively they stayed at it, but then all of a sudden they started to score. They made some shots. They threw the ball around against the zone, started up top, went to one side, goes to the other side. That middle side action is real important against zone, to make the zone move and commit from side to side. Then they leak it inside.
Yeah, and on the other side, Taft came in and they looked real sharp for like the first, 3, 4, 5 minutes. They looked like they were going to really compete. And they may still, but got to catch their wind here. They look a little tired in that timeout. And that's tough. It's tough when you've got to get down the court quick both ways. She's scrappy. I like Deja Durrell. Nice. Maybe shoots great with either hand. Now she shoots the long three. And here comes Catherine Leja. Long three. She hit a couple of those earlier. Well, she still got rim on that.
Yeah, she did. That was a long three. That was 26-foot shot.
That was Sharkey territory.
Yeah.
Oh, nice drive by Cuellar. Boy, she just right down. Woo!
Turn your back on the ball. Cardinal rule. Both on offense and defense always see where the ball is. And she just went away.
Nice shot. Good job, Truck. That was a great replay right there as Julia Cuellar comes out of the game after making that great shot. And, there's some more of that pressure. And it's always tough. That's one of the things about playing Fresno teams, both the boys and the girls, is that, you're running like crazy and all of a sudden you turn around, oh, here come 4 more, or here come 5 more.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, whoa. But everybody's earned playing time, and that's the way. Nice shot.
Beautiful left-handed shot, right?
Yeah, left-handed, and she just shoots with both.
Travel, Lexus. Oh, it's called the foul.
They're going to call the foul on Pulka. Jasmine said, I don't think so.
Right.
But you never see them argue. These guys never argue.
No, and a lot of it is the coach. I know Coach Tesla doesn't tolerate that for a second. I've watched him practice for years, and his practice is highly efficient. There's no wasted time. Nobody, He's the one who's talking. He's the one who's teaching. And it's constant. It doesn't stop.
Bismillah will shoot one more for Taft.
Yeah, they could be starting to pull away a little bit.
Wow, that's their first point in 5.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was Bobby Hendry, I believe. Oh, excuse me. That was. Well, I don't have a number 5 on my sheet. Do you? Randazio Jones. That's who it is. Pump it in. Wow. Great play by Jones again. Free throws weren't enough.
Yeah, they're really pushing it now, and this is creating big problems for Taft.
Well, I think the main thing is that they're not used to this style.
This relentless.
Yeah, just running. Oh. And here we go the other way, and that is Jones. Outside, a long three is money for Hannah Fong. Everything worked that time down, but the shot.
But the shot is exactly right. I think the Rams have been on a 25-3 run in the last 6 minutes. Travel. She dragged that back foot.
That was Hannah Fong.
Yep.
Boy, they're having trouble with that press, aren't they? Travel. She tripped, and Jaden Jones.
Yeah, they could have. They could have
called on the floor.
Yeah, but they could have called out a foul. She was tripped.
I guess it depends on where the foot was.
Yeah. Foul is on Jaden Jones from the Rams, and that's her first foul.
Team foul number 2.
There's the return, the same call.
I was going to say, it's another foot thing.
Yep. See, this is what makes it tough. You've got 4 players coming in now with fresh legs. They're going to look to pour it on. The ball moves.
Well, as you're nearing, as you're in sight of the end of the season. Oh, another nice play by Maybe. Michaela, she does that right-handed. She does it left-handed.
Yes.
Even the scoop shots. Boy, look at the hustle. Look at that.
That's big time. That's big time. Good sportsmanship. Kids competing.
This is a scrappy little team.
Well, I'll tell you, the great thing is Brittany Romo, the 17-point per game scorer for Taft, the league leader. I'm going to say she has not scored today.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't remember her scoring. She's number 1.
Yeah, they're making it very difficult for her. They're making it difficult for her to even get the ball.
Well, that's an amazing coaching staff right there. That really is. You know, the way they've been together so long. Yeah. Everybody knows what everybody else is doing. Normally it's an assistant coach. Coaching the assistant coach.
Right. And I'm going to tell you, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I got a theory. A lot of these high school programs here now, they have 4, 5, or 6 assistant coaches. And I remember I was invited out to golf with Coach of Bullard High School and his staff. And we had 2 foursomes. They were sitting around having coffee afterwards, and they're complaining about all the money they have to raise for assistant coaches. And I told my buddy Jeff Schmidt, who played for us at Hoover, coached with me.
Played here at City.
I said, Schmitty, you got too many assistants. I said, let me tell you something. You better go out with them after the game because every one of them has an idea of what you did wrong when you called that timeout with 1.5 minutes left and you were up 2 and you said, let's do this, let's do that. I said, plus you got to pay them. You got to raise the money to pay them because the schools aren't going to pay them. And it's going to kill you. They're just too many. I've been in gyms where 2 coaches are sitting on the chair. One of them's actually on his phone. But that's sure as heck not the case here. These guys work. They know what they're doing. They know what Coach Tesla wants.
Well, that was sage advice, Coach.
Yeah.
There she goes again. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe.
I've been waiting 2 games for that joke.
You got it.
She's having a terrific game, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
35-12 with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half. Boom! There she goes again, Liz Parker. She did that last game a number of times. Nichols. This is Durrell again. Durrell, left-handed. How about that? You don't see that too often.
No.
I mean, you see it on the layup, of course.
That's.
Hey, that is great. Nice job by Vanessa Jones.
Yeah, this pressure is wearing on them.
It is. Alec Diaz is a good little guard. She's quick. But right now, a little winded.
I'll say.
Nice backdoor pass to Cuellar.
She stepped out of bounds with a back foot. It was a good play. Now at halftime today, Chris, we have a special feature going on where the graduating sophomores at City College, they get to honor a teacher appreciation thing at halftime, and they're picking a teacher who they felt influenced them the most and helped them to get through.
Isn't that great?
Their AA degree.
That's another terrific idea.
Yeah. Sure.
have a feeling that well, it's actually been around for a while, but especially under Brian Tesler
yeah,
and
absolutely.
that whole crew over there.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, is getting it in bounds, you know? Wow.
See, and then there's no steal, there's no turnover, but I don't think that's a very high percentage shot.
No.
So you've accomplished what you wanted defensively.
Plus, you got to be a little tired.
Well,
But,
she's off balance there.
yeah.
She's shooting it off the wrong foot, and there's not a lot of positive in that shot.
2 shots for
Mo makes the first. And the young lady from, actually in Nevada, Sunrise Mountain High School. This is that's 1 and 2. Go the other way. Here's Cuellar. I like Cuellar. Boy. She directs the traffic.
Absolutely.
Wow. A lot of hustle. A lot of hustle on both teams.
Travel. That's the third time they called that on that lift fake crossover, cross step move, and they are lifting that back foot. And now I think what happens is officials, they don't really look for it that often, but if they see it happen once, you know, they're going to look for it thinking it's going to happen again. And it's 3 calls.
Cuellar once again. She got deep. And there's I thought that was wrong. Earl brings it back out, down underneath. Little jumper. Nice shot by Gina Putman. Excuse me, Ayla Diaz.
Well,
So let's see if it works on the side.
Yeah, number 3, Bria Fernandez is a very good shooter for the Rams. She made big shots the other night. Tonight she's struggling from 3. You'll see her put it on the basket, but she brings other things to the table.
Yeah, there's the philosophy that a good way to get out of a slump is to shoot your way out.
Yeah. The other philosophy is take your time, be patient, get a wide open shot, even a layup if you can.
Here she is now.
Drive to the basket. That was a nice dribble drive right there.
Yeah, nice shot, nice release. Nice laser. She's going to try one from 3. Nice idea.
Right. You know, that was intended for Lizzie Parker, and when she stopped at first and then realized, she led me. I'll bet you if she stayed running with it, she would have got that there. Steal it back.
Liz Parker. Yeah, this is just. It's a matter of trying to keep up.
And they're outmatched. They're still competing.
Yes, they are. Can be hard for the Rams too because it's kind of herky-jerky, you know.
Yeah, maybe it's a little false, but the thing is, see, they're playing 12 kids, and they space out the playing time. You know, one thing, Chris, we're not seeing many fouls. That's the fourth foul on Taft. Each team has 4 fouls.
That was Diaz's second foul. You know,
that's number 15, Jasmine Puka. You know, that was a great-looking shot.
It was.
And I don't know in 2 games if that's the first. I don't think that was the 2. It was a long 2. But that's the first outside. I'll bet you it's the first time she shot the ball today.
Got to say something else, too, on that same play is that Michaela, you know, maybe she really drew the defense away from the shooter.
Yep.
And then she got the ball to her just at the right time, and she nailed it.
Yep.
And that once again, and she's out now, Michaela. She's having a great ball game in here tonight.
She sure is.
Oh, my. Wow.
Rebound basket, Jones.
Days Jones, once again, another steal, another bucket.
Rebound basket, Jones.
I think maybe a timeout might be a pretty good idea.
Well, I don't know. I think you want to get out of here as quick as possible.
You know, it was 12 to 11.
Right.
53.
So it's 42-4 run.
You teach math?
Yeah, plus I know how to count. Forwards and backwards.
Isabella Navarro back in the game. Originally, I couldn't tell because her
hair's too long.
But then she kind of moved it.
Yep, and it went right and left, right and left.
You know, you got to be quick.
You are.
Yeah. Boy.
$40 seconds left in the first half.
Oh, a little behind the back. That was good athletic stuff by Catherine. Yeah, they're saying, hey, get the ball down the corner, Desiree. Vasquez was wide open.
Yep. See the floor. Oh,
travel.
Yeah, with the help of a little push.
$18 seconds remain. Let's see what happens here. A long 3 off the rim. Rebound taken by Bismillah.
And she's fouled.
She's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Personal foul number 20. Isabella Naranjo, her first. Vizela shooting 2.
You know, Peter, in just a minute we're going to show the best 5 plays of the first half.
Beautiful.
Got a feeling that quite a few of them will be in the white jerseys. And 7 seconds. Liz Parker got the ball down in a hurry. But that is the end of the first half, and it's a 53-18 game right now, and that's just at the half. So we're going to take a break here. We got a nice show coming up, folks, on. And first, we're going to show the best 5 replays.
Yeah,
and those are the best 3 refs right there.
There's the top 3 officials.
Right. So let's take a look at those best 5 plays.
Well, you know, they just told us they're going to. The truck just got the. We're not going to do the best 5 plays of the first half.
Oh, okay. Then what we'll do is we'll take a break, and we will come back and see you folks for the second half.
We are in replay.
There we go. And that was the steal, and then she came right back and stole it again.
Yeah. Yep.
There's Quare. Oh, that's a beautiful shot, too. That great camera work there.
Yep.
Great work by Julia, too. All right. All right, well, now we'll take a break. It's 53-18 in favor of the Rams, and we will be back after this nice show for you.
I am advertising.
I am advertising.
I am advertising.
The focus on the major is in promoting goods and services for an identified sponsor. This would include both strategic planning, research, then of course preparing all the advertisements.
The key to success in this world is through teamwork. You need someone with ideas, you need someone to write, you need someone to implement those plans. And it just can't happen unless you have a team who is willing to work together. It's the biggest project that I've ever been a part of. I'm really proud to be a part of it.
Dr. Hasahina, she's my favorite professor. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been working in advertising for years. She gave a ton of insight on it. I've had actually a couple advertising classes with her, so I don't know if I have a favorite, but I do know that she's my favorite professor, go-to person when I have any type of questions within the advertising field.
My favorite class is MCJ 143, Advertising Sales. Just working with companies in the local community is really fun, and also working for the award-winning Collegian is very beneficial. I like to see the results that the clients get back from us advertising.
We are advertising.
memorize your lines?
I mean, I got the lines. It's just I don't know what tone she's looking for. Is this supposed to be funny, scary, kind of dark? I don't know.
Just go with your gut. That's what actors do, right?
Yeah, but I want to be more than just an actor. One day, I'm going to be holding an Oscar in my hand.
And I'll be right up there with you.
Yeah, you laugh now, but just wait. Hey, do you remember that lady I told you about? The director who's directing that indie movie about the blind guy?
Yeah.
Well, she gave me an audition.
That's great. You're one step closer to getting that Oscar, Jimmy.
We're gonna be late for class. Hey, what's up, Amanda?
Hey, what's up with those goofy glasses?
You mean these awesome glasses?
Okay. Where'd you get them?
I just found them. I almost stepped on them when we were leaving class.
Ew, you mean you just found them on the ground and picked them up?
Yeah. So, they're cool.
Sure, maybe for a Halloween costume.
Anyways, have you seen Christy? We were supposed to meet up, but she just ran off somewhere.
No, I haven't. So, did you get that audition?
I did. It's tomorrow. They are supposed to have the audition somewhere here on campus.
That's convenient. Just do me a favor.
What?
Promise me you won't show up wearing those glasses.
I wonder if these are prescription. I can't see.
Told you shouldn't wear them. They probably belong to some old homeless guy.
Well, they belong to me now.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi.
The casting director.
Yes, I recognize your voice.
Nice to meet you. So I see you're going to be perfect for the role. You even brought your own pair of glasses. That's dedication.
Guys, the audition was fantastic.
That's great. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, she was super cool, super easy to talk to, too.
You're one step closer to getting that Oscar, Jimmy. And now you can stop wearing those stupid glasses.
Amanda. Guys,
Jimmy, are you okay?
guys, Amanda, where are those glasses?
What's the matter? What's going on?
Guys, I can't see.
I still remember driving up and looking up at the mountains, and there was no green. There was no green. There's all these different childhood places that I grew up in, and they're never going to be the same. The trees are never going to grow back for as long as I'm alive, or my kids are alive, or even my grandkids. Like, it's going to take centuries for them to grow back. Every time you see a tree that's still standing, it looks like it's alive, but it's brown. as dead. I remember when I took my boyfriend up to the mountains for one of the first times, and he was like, oh, it's okay, the trees will be green again in the wintertime. And I had to explain to him, like, no, that means they're dead, like they're never coming back.
As of this fall, the Forest Service aerial surveys estimated that there were more than 100 million standing dead trees in California. Bark beetles are native to California and a natural part of the ecosystem. There's several species which feed on different species of pines, and what they do is they drill holes under the bark of the tree and lay their eggs, and the larvae feed on the phloem, which is the tissues under the bark that transport sugars from the leaves to the rest of the tree. And so when bark beetles find a weakened tree that isn't properly defended that they can attack, they send out chemical signals called pheromones to call in more beetles to that tree. And if enough of the sugar-transporting tissue is damaged, then the tree dies. Now, normally they just take out a few weak trees at a time, but when the forest is under high stress, and especially if there's been a lack of cold winters that can kill the dormant beetles, their population can really explode, and then they may be able to kill trees that aren't as weak as some of the others just because there's so many beetles attacking one tree. It's hard to say if an individual tree died from drought or from bark beetles or disease. It's often a combination.
I grew up here in the mountains in Auburn, California. Right now we are at Meadow Lakes. This was the nearest lake to my house. I lived just a couple miles that way, a little farther down the mountain. And during hot summer days, we would come here and chill at the lake. The trees were really important to me growing up. I was surrounded by them every day of my life.
Fortunately, we've had a pretty wet winter, so that should relieve the stress in the forest for this year. The beetles tend to take out the larger trees but leave the smaller ones. The large ponderosa pines have died, but the ones that are less than about 10 inches across are mostly still alive, as are a lot of the seedlings.
I remember in elementary school, I wrote a short story about how I used to go outside and just chat up these trees that were growing next to my house, and I had names for them, and I just chill with them for hours. And I got an award for it. I got a $7 certificate to the book fair, and my teacher was like, good job, Tessina, the symbolism, the metaphor, but I was being legit serious. I actually used to talk to trees as a kid, because they're living things. I totally believe that they have souls. I guess it first hit me, really, really hit me, right in the heart. When I went away to college, came back for the first time, and I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so great. I get to see the green trees again and the mountains, because I was living in the city, and I was so excited just to see the green trees. That just wasn't the way it was. It was all gone. It was such a drastic change that, yeah, that was when it really hit me. Nothing is gonna be the same.
It's a wet and rainy Friday night, but the kids of Clovis Swim Club won't let the rain get in the way of having practice to get faster. One girl, in particular, has dreams not even a hurricane can stop.
Should I use my ankle bone?
Meet Claire Tuggle. And at just 12 years old, she has already held 5 national records in swimming.
100 free, 200 free, 400 free long course, and then 200 free, 500 free short course.
Out of the 5 national records she has broken while as a 10 and under age group swimmer, she still holds 3 of them. And the 7th grader at Granite Ridge Intermediate School has no intentions of stopping anytime soon. She has her sights set on even more records.
I'm half a second off the 200 free short course, and then I'm really close in the 500 free too.
As young as Claire is, Her journey in swimming actually started 8 years ago at the age of 4.
My mom worked at a Fig Garden Swim Racket Club, and we got into it free while she was working.
She moved on to swim with the Yosemite Marlin Swim Club, where she was able to find her national level success.
In short course junior Olympics, she broke a minute in her 100 free, and the whole pool deck was like, whew. And both my husband and I are like, I think that was maybe a good thing. I don't really know. And then they said over the intercom, 59, whatever it was, making Claire Tuggle the fastest 9-year-old currently swimming in the United States of America. And both my husband and I were like, oh, what? Wow, right.
Knowing Claire had a talent that exceeds the average, her and her family switched teams and joined Clovis Swim Club.
Honestly, I was pretty intimidated, only because I'm used to having swimmers that don't have records and helping them achieve records versus swimmers that already have records and who are looking to achieve even more.
And as time went on, Coach Mark found it fun to coach someone with elite level abilities.
I think probably one of the most fun things that we do on a consistent basis with her is, just see how far we can push until things really start to get difficult.
Claire is currently training for the National Club Swimming Association Junior Nationals in March, held in Florida. But she has her eyes set on something even bigger.
When people talk about the Olympics, does that get you excited or anything?
Yeah, that's all I think about.
Today, she's a junior Olympic champion. Tomorrow, Tokyo 2020. For Fresno State Focus, take your mark, go! I'm Tristan Woods.
Hi everybody, and welcome back. We're getting ready to start the second half here. It's a big lopsided score right now, 53-18, at a game that was at one time 12-11.
I think it was a 44-5 swing. Because Taft was up 11-7.
Well, they're scrappy. They really are. I mean, and you know what else? They have not quit.
That's what's most impressive.
Yeah, they haven't. The coach is doing a good job, and the players, they're getting a little winded towards the end of the half. They certainly were getting winded, but hey, this is
well, that's part of the City College philosophy. Is when they pressure like that, they press you defensively, obviously, but they also press you offensively. Pardon me, because they have great movement. People got to stick with them. And the biggest thing I think is that they're sending in 2, 3, 4 subs every 4 minutes.
And that's murder. That is, and that's just the way they do it here. And,
absolutely,
it's the same way the men's team plays. Every time you turn around, oh man, here come 5 more.
Well, the other thing too is it's a nice recruiting tool, because if you're a high school kid and you're looking to come to play, first off, you're lucky if you're in this area, because City College is, it's one of the premier JCs in the state. But you're going to get playing time. A lot of coaches have 7, 8 players that they play. So if you're number 9, 10, 11, 12, you may not have as much fun. So these guys here, they have the opportunity to play, and they get plenty of time.
Well, both coaches here at Fresno City, Brian Tesler for the women and Ed Maddock for the men, if they had 44 players, they'd play all 44 of them.
Yes, that's right. But here's the thing: if you want to play, you better make sure you're working hard every single day.
Every day, and practice is amazing for both these coaching
Absolutely.
staffs. Amazing. I was watching the Rams men's team yesterday practice. Just focus,
Now
straight ahead.
The truck tells me they're going to send some replays our way.
Oh, we had some replays. Oh, great. Let's see them. And now here's early in the game, and that's Deja Darrell, and she's a good little player.
She scored their first 6.
Yeah.
And there's Bria Fernandez, who didn't shoot it as well today from 3 as she did the other night.
Fresno City, possession starting third period.
But so here's their ball movement, inside out, getting open looks, and that makes it pretty tough. All right, we're off.
What a great first half Maybe had. And now we are back to the real deal, and that's Cuellar passing the ball. Cross court over to Fernandez. Fernandez back out, and there is Fuka. Drives, overshoots, gets the rebound, works her way out. This is Cuellar. Boy, the first 2 shots were missed, and the person who shot them went in and got the rebound. Down inside, back outside. Look at that ball movement.
Terrific.
Hey! There it is.
There she is.
Another 3. And here is Brittany Romo with the ball. You know, she's only, I'm not sure she's scored. And she is the leading scorer in the league.
Yeah, she has not scored.
And there's another turnover. It's Cuellar. Beautiful pass. Ball comes off, and it's going back the other way. It's Brittany Romo. Oh, a nice steal. I'll tell you what, that's a jump ball. They are playing hard. Taft comes out hard, just like they did in the first half.
Yep.
Jump ball possession, Taft.
And a lot of credit belongs to them as players, their coaches. So here you see, we go a minute and a half, and you got 5 players coming in.
Right.
So that's 10 fresh legs.
That's pretty tough. Ball into Romo. Romo stops. Thought about it. That's Deja Darrell. There goes Liz Parker. Yeah. The ball was hit by the rim, but it was caught out of bounds by Darrell. And you know what that means? That means that you don't get the ball.
There's Liz Parker in and out, rims it from 3. That's number 24, Jaden Jones, going for that rebound. She's a good player. She really gets after it.
Out of Buchanan. Rosa Gonzalez. Good ball movement by the Rams.
I think it's terrific. They're moving the ball now better than they have in the first half. She's going to get her on a travel.
Jaden Jones will take the ball out. She gets it out to Fernandez. Jones. Back to Jones. Inside. Whoops.
You know, Taft has been sitting in there in a 2-3 zone I think they did play some man early, but and I think part of that is saving. Is the fatigue factor.
Madison Harp. Good defense there by
Yeah,
Taft.
that's right.
Got the ball back and they go the other way. Oh, behind the back. And intercepted. And that is Missy Jones. And she's going to go down and lay it up and in. Shoot a free throw on top of that.
Well, that was a tough shot. She's going full speed. She's got somebody on her back who contested the layup. She got the foul and made the shot.
Second personal, first team foul. Jones at the line for City to shoot one.
7 minutes remaining in the third period. Asa makes the shot. She played her high school ball at Central. And they have a good women's program out there.
Yeah, they do. They have for years. They've had spells where they go up and down a little bit. That ball was blocked.
Yeah, I think Jones got a piece of that. Oh, nice play. Maybe get the ball out. There's Romo. And she blasts a three right at the buzzer. Nice sweet shot.
Very nice.
Romo out here in the second half looks bound and determined.
Well, she does. I'll tell you, she hasn't had many first halves this season like that.
Yeah. As we mentioned, leading scorer in the league.
Now foul number 11.
Yes, sir.
Yes, fourth personal. Second team foul.
Parker. Cross court. Man, they practice those cross court passes.
You better believe they do. I've been in here when they are doing that.
Now that worked well as Desiree Vasquez. Beautiful.
Desiree's out of Sanger High School, which has an excellent women's program also.
There's a nice play.
Really nice play. Nice finish. That's number 24, Jaden Jones. Great finish. Great pass. They're off to the races.
Liz Parker had a great game the other night on CMAC, and she's having another one tonight. She's a hustler. She gets up and down the floor. There she is. Oh, look at that. No quit at all. How about that? Nice play by Deja Darrell.
Timeout on the court. Fresno City. Substitution timeout.
So here goes Fresno City. That five that we just saw played just about 4 minutes.
Yep.
All right, we're going to see a replay here. There's a nice-looking shot.
Ooh.
That's Bria Fernandez. I think that's her second three tonight.
Wow. I don't remember ever seeing that before.
That was a little too high.
Wow. That's why she's leading the league in scoring.
Wow.
That was a pretty incredible move.
Yeah, that was. Well, I would assure you she doesn't make a lot of shots like that.
No. She gets the board, and there goes Brittany Romo. 3 attempts. Oh, man. That is great hustle. That was great hustle. Taft is not quitting.
No, they're not. They're sticking with it. And that says a lot about their program. You know,
head coach is Carly Flowers. And
right.
It's her second year. And
right.
She's doing a great job.
And she's the first women's coach they had there. I don't think they have a men's team. But the first coach that they hired full-time, she's full-time on their staff and so on. So she's got a chance to get it going. You know, she get players, they stretch into the LA area, and you know, she got a couple of kids out of Las Vegas. In fact, that Brittany Romo is from Las Vegas. I asked her, I said, how did you get her? She said, well, it was late, and to be quite honest, I was lucky. She thought she might have had some other places to go. And so I ended up getting a phone call.
Hannah Fong made that 3.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should send Coach Flowers one of your books.
Yeah.
Well, she's obviously doing a great job. These kids are playing hard for her.
Mm-hmm. Offensive foul, Taft number 1, Brittany Romo, her
one of the many
number 4.
Peter Sharkey books.
Yeah. Except I have no copies. I do have a few copies, and I can make them up when I go overseas. I print up. I get a bunch of copies printed up.
I got one of your books. So, how to crack a safe in 2 days. No, but you've written some really nice how to play books.
Yeah, yep. Just you know, a lot of I've been around it for a long time. I've had different types of coaches, but all of my coaches were all the real deal. You know, they were even from 7th and 8th grade and CYO basketball. Those guys, you know, they really taught us the right thing to do and how to play, and plus we played all the time.
We read those when we were kids.
Yep.
Alyssa Roberson has one more to shoot. She's out of Clovis North. Easy with the ball.
Good hustle.
There's a foul in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's on number 15, Stephanie Lucas, I think.
Yeah. Stephanie's first personal.
With the Roberson and the line again to shoot 2.
And right back to the line goes Alyssa Roberson. Nice free throw. Follow through. Catherine Lynch getting tied up there by Isabel Alvarado. And
this pressure is very, very difficult for them.
Yeah. I think Romo thought she might have been fouled there.
Yeah, you know, she went baseline and she couldn't get it back in. She stayed behind the backboard. Yeah, they're going to have to call that.
Juliana Martinez is going to go to the line and shoot a couple.
You know what? The Rams are making free throws tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it looked to me like that could have been a travel first.
Yeah, I think so.
On that. And I'm not questioning the officials. But it looked like it could have been. Nice inside feed, missed the jumper, save ball.
Into the lineup comes Deja Darrow for Brittany Romo. Give Brittany a bit of a rest. She's been Roberson. Nice pass underneath. Wow, I thought that was going to go.
She didn't have a good angle when she shot that. I think she should have used the dribble, back it out a hair, and improve that angle so you can score it. You look at those banners up there, Chris. You see Fresno City College. I'm looking at this side with football, basketball, men's basketball, baseball, track and field, tennis, wrestling. There's a lot of successful programs here, year in and year out.
Yeah, that's true, and it's been going on for a long time, and so many great athletes that went to school here, that have played so many different colleges and big stars, baseball players like Tom Seaver, and football players. There's a nice pass back there. Is that going to go from the corner? It was off by Bond. Nice play by Jordan Merriam. It looks like the running is starting to take effect again. Nice pass, and that's to Roberson. Good pass by Arano. Stephanie Lucas tried that last shot. She's been hustling.
Yeah, she sure, some of these kids are getting longer stretches of time than they normally get for the Rams. And, it gives them a different look and a different feel. But this is the time of game you can get people, maybe some of them, more time than they're accustomed to. Although, as I said, he plays a full roster. They're not all getting the same amount of time.
Well, you know what? That's the 76 point, and we're not out of the third period yet.
No, yeah, we're looking at a 100-point game.
No doubt about that.
But they have, and I wonder if Coach Tesla does this. There's 40 minutes of playing time, right? 4 10-minute quarters. You got 5 players. All right, so all together.
Isabella.
Beautiful. They're at 80+79.
At the end of 3 periods,
but if you got 40 players, each 40 minutes per game, 5 players, all right, that gives you 200 minutes.
Yeah.
To play with. So now as a coach, you sit there and say, okay, my number one player, so you take the 200 total minutes, all right, you divide that, you figure out you have 40 minutes per game. There's 200 minutes per game. So how many minutes is my best player going to get? All right, the most they can get is 40. Right, but so let's say I give my number 1's going to get 30, number 2's going to get 30, number 3's going to get 25, number 4's going to get 25. So right there, I'm over 100 minutes. I've used up half of my playing time. Now number 6, 7, 8, they're getting 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And so you look at that all of a sudden and you say, wow, I can guarantee you his playing time, his top 4 or 5 guys are getting more time than number 8, 9, and 10. But 8, 9, and 10 is still getting plenty of time here compared to 8, 9, and 10 at other schools.
Well, if this goes much the same in the fourth period, we might get some playing time in this game.
You got it. That's a nice little runner.
That was. Coast to coast, off the rim. And we got a whistle. I think that's going to be on Jasmine Taylor.
Yeah, that's going to go that way. She's a pretty good player around the basket. She's very athletic.
Good ball movement. That was great. Everything but the bucket.
Terrific. And you heard Coach Tesla say, one more. Right? When Jones had the ball, she was ready to shoot it. And I think she should have shot it. And she heard Coach Tesla say, one more. That means you throw that other pass.
Boy, these athletes are moving down the field, moving down the floor. Oh, somebody's warming up.
Second
That's
three,
your third three, isn't it?
Third three, second in this half.
Well, can't do that. You can't do that. Randazia Jones called for the travel.
Yep, you know, one of the things I'm
Kylie
looking at
Nichols
these
gonna
girls.
take the ball out? No, she's coming out.
Yeah, as they come off the bench right there, they're substituted off the court back to the bench. I don't see a lot of negative body language from Taft. You know, they're not feeling sorry for themselves. They're really getting after it.
Nice shot by Durrell.
And that's impressive.
Peter, you've coached both men's and women's
Right.
college teams. What's your take on that? What's the major differences besides the obvious?
When you're coaching women, you got to knock before you go into the locker room. All right? Then I think in general, the girls don't have the egos that guys have. They don't. At least the ones, you know, when I coached here at City College and I coached at Hoover High School, and they were willing to give in for the good of the group a lot more easily than, you know, some guys, somebody got into their head and, you know, you're an NBA player. Or while you're in high school, you're a major college player, but you got to average 26. And if you average 26, that may not be what we need from our team. We might need you to get 18 points a game. We're going to be more successful if you shoot it less. But that kid's got somebody in his head telling him, hey, you got to up your scoring average because we want a D1 school to be looking at you.
Well, when I was athletic director over at West Coast Christian College, they had real good boys teams who were awesome as Madison Harp hits that little 10-foot J. But the girls wanted to have a team. We had a girls team, and I coached it.
All right.
And I remember the first road trip. I couldn't believe it. I mean, they were singing, and then it's okay. That's enough. We were going to Oakland, and so okay, that's enough of that. Long three off the rim by Leja, and here comes Liz Parker. But then they'd say, okay, time to study, and they'd get the books out, and
holy mackerel.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Foul number 13, Kennedy Quick, her first, second team foul.
I didn't realize they had a women's team there. They did at West Coast Christian?
Yeah. The girls' teams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We did it my 2 years there. I was working with our coaches on the men's team, and we had some good players.
We had that one guy who led the nation in small colleges in scoring, about a 6'6" guy.
Duke Merriman was one, and then we had Darren Robinson was a great guard.
Yeah.
We had Richard Morris, outstanding player. Went all the way to the national championship game.
Right.
And lost. But, boy, was that an upset. Oh, I was going to say she could bank that in.
I knew it was. That was great. And I assure you that was not the plan.
Uh-huh. I think I've seen you shoot that shot.
Yeah, right.
In City League.
And if it did go in, I assure you that's not the plan.
Come on, you just turn around and go to the other end.
You got it.
Nice shot. That's her
leading second
scorer in the league, Brittany Romo.
That looked easy for her.
Oh, and right back at you. Beautiful shot. Vasquez hits another three. Here comes another. Oh, there's a high archer. That was a nice shot by Terrell, but a little too long. Wow, that was all the way down and out.
That was down and out is right.
Oh, nice block. That was Rosa Gonzalez. Liz Parker, coast to coast.
Yeah, they're going to call that foul on Romo. A little reach right there as she went up.
Foul on the play, Taft number 1, Brittany Romo, second personal. Team foul number 3, shooting foul. Liz Parker.
Here's Liz Parker from Clovis West High.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, she's getting plenty of playing time here. You know, again, she was on the state champion team last year at Clovis West.
Isn't that something?
And that team was ranked number 1 in the country at the end of the season by a couple of polls.
Well, that's something, because I know the Buchanan boys wrestling team was number 1 in the country, too.
Yeah.
A lot of, as you mentioned, a lot of great athletes come out of this area.
Yep.
You and me and all these other guys.
Yeah, that's right. You know, in that Clovis West team, had 5 girls get Division I scholarships, and that's very impressive. Nice steal.
There's
there.
definitely one young lady that has not given up. Not that any of them have really, but she has been going like that all night long. It's Deja Darrell. Deja Darrell. That was a nice play.
Yep.
And here's Romo back in the contest. Get the ball. Bob PPO.
Yep.
Backcourt. Wow. made the move.
She made the
didn't
move.
have the shot.
And you didn't have
she
to,
got the foul.
You didn't have to foul her on that one.
But she has not quit, and she's not about to.
No, and I'm going to tell you, this whole team.
The Rams have been, should I say, stuck on 93 for a while?
Yeah, for 40 seconds.
Terrell comes out for a rest. She's from Colorado, Sand Creek High School in Colorado. She's only a freshman. I thought Hannah was going to put up that last one, and this time she did. Off the rim. Cross court.
That ball's moving.
Yes, it is. They're doing a great job, and there's a three by Taft. Wow.
You know, they're keeping possessions here. And that's number 33. Desiree Vasquez.
I think that's her third three.
Yeah.
That was a pretty nice move.
That was
right there.
Yeah, that was a tough shot too. She had some heat on her, and she stepped back, created a little space.
Look at that. Late in the game, cross-court passes. Yet another rebound for Romo. And
They called an offensive foul on that.
I didn't quite see it that way, but
I didn't see it that way either.
Nor did Brittany Romo.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, nice pass inside.
That's the second shot she had like that Alyssa Robertson. And she's got to make that.
96-35 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. More people coming in for that game that's going to follow this one on most of our stations across the country.
Yeah, and that'll be a terrific game.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle. Columbia is an outstanding team. City College is an outstanding team, and they're just going to really get after it. And it's for first place, by the way.
That adds a little more juice to it, huh?
There you go. Here comes Bismillah. Gets her own rebound. Jump ball.
I think the possession arrow is going to favor Taft. Ball's going to stay right here.
Oh, Diaz followed her shot.
Good hustle.
Yeah.
All right, we're just under a minute. Let's see what happens here.
Left-hander. Look at Taft. They're still hustling.
Oh, nice.
Hannah's, that's her third or fourth free, and they are at the 99-point mark.
Now, what was the refereeing stopping thing?
Scoreboard says now 199. I don't think that's right.
That wasn't a 100-point shot that she made?
But 199?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
don't think so.
Well, they got 199.
All right, come on, let's just play it.
Now the score's right.
Wait a minute. Is the referee coming over to say, did they have 199 points?
No,
on the TV it says 99-35, but on our monitor, but on the now they
there
have
you
it
go.
right.
Let's go. And we shouldn't even have wasted any time. Right?
Now we got it right on the scoreboard. Oh, in and out. Heartbreak. Good play by Kylie Nichols. You know, you see the fundamentals these Rams have. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And that's the same with both the men's and the women's teams. Is the fundamentals are stressed so much.
Yeah, you have coaches who understand the importance of that. But not all coaches do. And I'll tell you another thing. Not all coaches know how to teach that. You know, they don't understand, the patience in teaching something early. And there's, all right, just got to make this one for it. It takes, and then it takes time to learn how to teach it. You got to spend, a lot of guys spend a lot of time learning Kentucky's offense or, what so-and-so does on defense. But the bottom line is, kids got to be able to play in a stance. They got to be able to pass the ball correctly. They got to dribble correctly, and they got to shoot correctly. It's that simple. Those are the individual skills.
And that is the end of the ball game, and it wound up 99-35. So that was a small consolation, very small, but they hustled all the way, and
they're going to. The Rams are back in action at Fresno City on February 14th. At 5 p.m. versus Greeley, the next home game for the Rams. 5 p.m.
Well, we wish Taft. They've had a pretty rough season. Their head coach, this is her second year, and you can never say that they didn't give everything they had all the way.
Versus Columbia.
All right, we'll be back with you. We're taking the station break. Thank you.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Of the game is very, very difficult. We had 4 or 5. I think the simplest and most fair thing to say, player for the game, is the team. They worked so well together. They consistently worked hard, and they were very, very.
I think that's brilliant. I do, because I've been going back and forth. Going, could be Julia, could be. Liz Parker played great. Puka. Jaden Jones, and of course, maybe. Boy, I'll tell you, she played a great game.
She sure did.
And the defense was great. It was just a great job.
Yeah, it was a great team effort all throughout. Offensively and defensively. Defensively, the pressure that they, had going in the first half created huge problems for Taft. And then how they moved the ball and got, a lot easier shots. They shot it overall better tonight than they had in the last two games. And, and that's collective effort. They're working together very hard and working very well together.
It's a very interesting game in that the Rams were showing their power. Taft, kind of like towards the bottom of the league, but they never quit. Their coach has got a lot to be proud of in this game because they never did quit. And let's face it, when you're playing against a team that runs the ball just constantly and picks you up pressure on defense, you're doing really good. So I think that's a team of the future. But we wish them well, and the Rams, of course, they got to stay in shape for the playoffs. They got to stay in really good shape because they want to go out and win the whole thing.
They're going to pull up some replays for us now, Chris. We can take a look at that.
Okay,
let's see
take
what
a look.
We got. Beautiful.
Oh, that's a three-point play right there, isn't it?
It sure is. This was a big play, too.
That was Alyssa Roberson.
Right.
And there's a long three, and it was high arcs and money for maybe. I think if we did have an MVP, it might be maybe.
Maybe.
But everybody played so well tonight. And it was just it was a fun game to watch, and like I say, I came away enjoying what City and where they're at right now. But I also enjoyed Taft, the fact that they never quit and they hustled all the way.
Sorry. So, does that mean we're done?
But yeah, that's the final score. Oh, there's our crew, and what a great crew it is. Cesar Perez runs the whole thing, and he does great. Terry Dolph, a local legend here in the Valley, and all our workers tonight were just great. And and they're all going to stay here with us and do another game right after this. We're going to do the Fresno City College Rams and the Columbia. This is going to be a great game, folks. And,
so we'll be back with that in tip-off 16 minutes.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us, everybody, and we'll see you back here in 15 minutes.